So today we are looking at the Parrot OS 6.2. So this is the latest edition or the latest ISO file. So I'm going to show you all the features and all those things as soon as the desktop layout is loaded. Right now I downloaded the security edition and there is also the home edition. If you want whatever you want, you can try it there. So right now it's a security edition and here are the boot menu options. So if you want to install or if you want to try it in the live boot, here is the option and here are the advanced modes. And here is like a fail-safe modes. So I'm going to click on try or install. So I'm running it on the virtual machine, which is a VMware with a 60 GB of virtual disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So Parrot OS is from the Italy. So it's an Italian Linux distribution. And desktop environment, you get the Mac desktop environment and other desktop environment. I'm going to discuss all those things as soon as the desktop layout is loaded. So you get the end of life kernel in this version, which is a 6.10, and for the Raspberry Pi you should be getting like a long-term version of the Linux kernel. And right now you should be seeing the boot screen or the loading screen, whatever it is. So its animation is pretty much good. So it will take like a 2 or 3 minutes usually in my PC or in the virtual machine. Sometimes the Linux distros will take a bit lesser, sometimes it will take a bit more. So this is the stable version, or you can call it like a 0.2 update version of the 6 of a Parrot OS. So home edition will be having few applications. In the security edition you should be getting all the application or the important applications. So let's wait and see. And also if you want to see another videos, and also you should be getting like a 2 videos daily. So I'm trying to explain that I will be posting like a 2 videos daily without missing any day. So that's the reason. And also I'm a bit of sleepy, so that's the reason there is kind of stuttering voice in my so here we have the desktop layout. So it took like a 1 minute or like a 1 minute 30 seconds like that. So I'm going to change the display settings and we are going to go through all those things. And I forgot to say that I'll be posting like a 2 videos daily without missing. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. And here we already have the desktop. And let's check all the information. So Parrot Security 6.2. And here is the code name, which is Oricat 64-bit. And the kernel version 6.10, which I already mentioned in the beginning. So this is the end of life kernel. And the desktop environment you get is the Mac desktop environment, which is 1.26. And let's make it bigger and let's check all the process, resources and all those things. So as soon as you boot up, you should be seeing all these applications or the process running right now. And here is the resources. So RAM, it's consuming like almost like a 1 GB, and here you should be seeing the CPU. You need to run like a 60 seconds or a minute to see whether the CPU is pretty much stable or the ISO file is pretty much stable or not. So you should be seeing like a stable graph here. And it's consuming like a 1.0 or 1 GB. And also the user experience when compared to the virtual machines, bare metal will be having a bit more good user experience when compared to the virtual machines, because sometimes virtual machines have some hiccups and kind of like a lag thing. And in the VirtualBox, most of the cases there will be no issues, but in the VMware there are some issues. I don't know, in my PC a lot of times virtual machine of a VMware will be having some issues, but VirtualBox don't have any issues. So right now you should be seeing the CPU pretty much stable. RAM is almost under 1 GB. So everything working fine. There's no issues right now. So let's check about. You get the 1.26.0. And let's see the. I'm going to keep the system monitor like this throughout the video. You can see all the changes. And the pre-installed applications, you get a bunch of applications. But before that, let me show you all the main changes. So let's open the internet browser, which is a Firefox. And I'm going to go to the official website, and also I'm going to show you the kernel information, downloading process and all those things. So sorry, there will be some misspeakings throughout the video because I'm a bit of tired. I didn't properly slept. So that's the reason. Try to ignore all those things and you should be getting all the information properly. And let me make the browser like this so you can see the system monitor throughout the video. So you can judge it on your own whether to use this version or not. So about the Firefox, here is the version. So this is the latest version, and also there is like a 0.3 update right now. So that's the latest version, but you get just a point lesser here. So the Firefox browser version is 131. So I'm going to open all the important websites, and I'm going to continue from there. So here I opened all the important tabs, as you can see. Let's go and check all the information. So here is the about support, the Firefox version, and the build ID, which is clearly unnecessary for the video, but I'm going to show you. And here you should be seeing the Linux kernel 6.10.11, which I already mentioned. So let's check what version it is, and whether it's a stable version or the end of life. So here you should be seeing 6.10 is the end of life version. So it's end. And when you go to the releases, so before that, here is the mainline, stable, and the long-term versions. So I'm going to show you. So you just need to click on the releases to get what is about the mainline, what is about the stable version or the long-term version. And also here you should be seeing like a pre-patch, which is like a release candidate version. So here is the complete description of whatever the kernel says, like a 6.11 or 6.6. Here is all the information. And these are all the long-term versions. And Raspberry Pi should be getting like a 6.6, which is like a this version, which is end of life is on like a December 2026. And this is all the information. And in order to get the kernel information, you just need to type in like a uname-r, or you can choose the Firefox. You just need to type in about support, or like a neofetch, fastfetch, inxi, inxi-sv8. There are a lot of types you can get all the kernel information. So let's get back here and get all the information. OS theme, it says like a arc dark, and here is the arc version. And memory, I already mentioned I'm using a 7.7 GB or 8 GB of RAM. So available is 7.7 GB, and disk space is like a 3.8 GB. Here is like a browser information, which I don't consider as important for the video. So if anything is important for you here, you can just pause the video. Here is the Mesa and LLVM pipe information. And also you should be seeing again here, when you scroll it down, you should be seeing the window protocol, which is a X11, desktop environment, MAT. And here is the Mesa information, which is 24.2.2.0. And here is my monitor resolution, which is 1920 to 1080. So these are all some other things. If it's important for you, you can just pause the video and read everything. So I'm just going to close this tab. So this is the official website. You just need to type in like a Parrot OS in the search engine or whatever the browser you have. And the first link will be obviously the official website. Or else you can type in like a parrotsec.org, and it will take you to the official website. And right now the website is taking a lot of time here. Usually it will take like a few seconds, but I don't know why. So here is our website, and already we have the 6.2 has been released. Here is the release notes. And if you want some information, here is all the information about the Parrot OS. If you are new for the Parrot OS, here is the complete information. So it's better to go to the website, or you can just read it from here. So here are all the edition: home edition, security edition, cloud edition. So here is like a Raspberry Pi, WSL, and all the information. So if you want any information, you can go to the official website. Now let's go to the release notes. So you just need to click on the 6.2, and here is all the information. So release date is October 2023, 2024. So when you scroll it down, here you should be getting all the information, like how do I update from the previous version. If you're using the older version, you can upgrade by typing the command, which is sudo parrot-upgrade, or you can use like a sudo apt update and then sudo apt full upgrade. And about the main changes, what's new in the Parrot OS 6.2, here is all the changes like a Chromium, Codium, Firefox, Flatpak, LibreOffice, Linux kernel. So here is the kernel. So it's updated to the 6.5.13 to 6.10. So this is the kernel we are using right now, which is end of life. And these are all the applications updated in this version. And also several other updates has been given from here. And about the Raspberry Pi updates, new kernel. So the Raspberry Pi, you should be getting the 6.6, which is the long-term version. And here is the announcement: Rocket new Parrot tool. So here is the tool, and here you can get all the information. So chain log full list, here is the complete information. So these are all the changes from the 6.2. There are a lot of changes in this version, so you just need to try it on your own, but I'm going to show whatever the available things here. So the first, the applications, here are all those things like a Chromium. So here you should be seeing all the applications. Like let's go to the internet. Here is the Chromium browser. So it says like a 125 to 129. So I'm going to open the Chromium browser and I'm going to show you the version you are getting. So you should be getting all the applications with these versions. And about the system requirements, here is the Parrot OS system requirements. You just need to go to the documentation. Here is the official website. It's going to provide all the information. And in the background, we already opened the Chromium. So let me show you the browser information. So you get the 129 here. Let me close it and let me show you. So here is the 129. And let's go back to the downloads and also the system requirements. Here is all the information. And in order to download, you just need to click on the download. So let me show you that. Let's go to the home page first. And you just need to click on the download. When you click on the download, you should be getting the editions like Parrot OS Security, Home Edition and all those things. So the website is loading pretty much slowly. I don't know why. So here is the live boot. Here is the virtual machine, IoT, Docker, Debian conversion script, WSL. So choose whatever you want here. Click on the link and AMD 64. Here you should be getting the downloads, ISO image. So this is the security edition. And here is all the information about the system requirements. You need dual core CPU, 1 GB of RAM, 16 GB of storage, no graphical hardware acceleration required. And about the other editions, here is the home. And here you should be getting all the information. Here is the security. So let me first show you all the editions, and we can go to other things. Download Parrot OS Security. So here is all the informations. Here is the home edition. Choose the right edition. So you can click on the live edition. Here is the home edition, AMD 64, and here you should be seeing the 6.2. And the user and the password is like a user is Parrot, and the password is also the Parrot. And the version you get is 6.2. Here is the code name, release date, and AMD. Here are the requirements. When you click on the download, you should be getting the ISO files. So the home edition will be lesser size and the security edition will be more. So it's 2.4 GB of a home edition. Now let me show you the security edition. Let's click on download, live edition, security, AMD 64. And when you click on download, you should be getting like a here it's like a 5.1 GB. So that's the difference in the security edition and in the home edition. So now let's go through all those things. I already showed you the system requirements. And for the Raspberry Pi, it's a long-term version 6.6. Let me close this thing. And let's find all those things. Let me open the applications. Before that, let me show you the NeoFetch and also the INXi-SW8. So we can go through the important things later. Here is the about. You get the 1.26.0. So let me try type in like a NeoFetch. So it's a Debian based Linux distribution. So here you should be getting like a Parrot OS or the Parrot Security 6.2 Lori kit. And I'm running it on the virtual machine. So remember that it's end of life kernel. Uptime is almost 13 minutes. Packages 3726 dpkg. Shell bash version 5.2.15 and resolution 1920x1080, mat 1.26, metacity, Mako, themes, icons, terminal, my CPU, and the RAM 1.46. So let me show you. So here is the RAM, and let me type in like INXi-SW8. So this will grab complete distro information. So like audio, graphics and all those things. So let's first go with the system. Host is like a Parrot because I'm running it as a live boot. Kernel version 64-bit. Compiler GCC version 12.2.0 instead of 14. So desktop environment, you get the mat 1.26. Marco version is 1.26.1, and LightDM version is 1.26.0. Distro Parrot Security OS 6.2 Lorikit based on Debian Squeeze. So here it is based on Debian Squeeze, and machine, it's a virtual machine, so it's clearly unnecessary. My RAM, 8 GB of RAM, available is 7.73 GB, and these are also other things which is clearly unimportant. And my CPU, i5 1240p. So, and here is like a flags vulnerabilities which is clearly unnecessary for the video. So about the graphics, you get the VMWGFX version 2.20.0 and the display X11. Xorg version is 1.21.1.7. Compositor Marco version 1.26.1. And my available resolution. So this is my resolution right now, monitor resolution, and here is the available monitor resolutions. EGL version is 1.5, OpenGL version is 4.3, Mesa version is 24.2.2, GLX version is 1.4. Here is other things. Now let's continue with the audio. Here is the ELSA Pulse audio version is 16.1. And network Bluetooth, which is clearly unnecessary. I didn't turn on the Bluetooth, so that's the reason it says like a no Bluetooth found. And here is like a repo, sensors, all those things. Process running right now 279, uptime 14 minutes. Init systemd version is 254, and the Clang version is 14.0.6. GCC version 12.2.0. Here is the shell version, shell bash version. INXI version is 3.3.36. Let me type in cat /etc/issue. So here is the complete information. We got all the information here from the terminal. And about the installation, you can install it on your own. You just need to find the install project or the install Parrot OS. Sorry, I forgot to say Parrot instead of project. So that's the reason when you don't properly sleep, there will be some issues like this. So you get the Calamares installer 3.3.8. You already know how to install with the Calamares installer. So it's default things. There is nothing changed here. Choose the language, click on next. Choose the location. You can choose the map or you can choose the drop down menu. So if you want to change anything, you can change, or else keep it like default. Click next. And if you it's going to change automatically your keyboard, but if anything is wrong, you can choose the keyboard here. Click next. And here is some if you want to test your keyboard, you can test your keyboard, and if you want to switch your keyboard, you can switch it here. Click on next. Here is my installation destination. If you want single boot installation, you can install it. If you want dual boot, you can go with this option. And if you want to encrypt your system, just provide the password. And here is the other options. And there is like some issues going right now with the Windows 10 and Windows 11. There is like a dual boot issue. So if you're trying to do the dual boot, it's better to keep the two operating systems in two different drives instead of a single drive. So it's better to get all the information. There is like issues going right now with some update. So it's better to not to dual boot in the same drive. So that was the installation. So these are all the changes. So first let me show you all those things here. And let's go and end the video later. So here are all the pre-installed applications you get. Let me show you. So LibreOffice also, you get the some version change here in the LibreOffice. So what version we are having right now? So let it load, and we are going to show. I'm going to show you the version. So it's upgraded from version 24, and other version is under the LibreOffice. So let's check the version first. About the LibreOffice, you get the 24.8.2.1. So let me close, and here you should be seeing the same version 24.8.2, and the Linux kernel, which I already showed you, and the Firefox ESR versions when you go to the internet. So these are all the applications on the internet. Here are all the other things. So I already showed you the version of the Firefox. I showed you the version of the stable version, which is 131, and here is the ESR version, which is upgraded from 115.11 to 128.3. And let me show you other things. What else we have? The Tor browser, it's also changed to the 0.4.8.11 to 0.12. So it's downloading, so I don't want to download. Let me close it. So these are all the changes. And other things like internet, we already saw that. And graphics, there is no change in the GIMP or any other applications here. And sound and audio, VLC media player is also changed to 3.0.21 from 3.20. Let me check that. So here is the change. So let me close it. So let's try to close the application here. And let's check other things. So that's the only thing here in the media or the sound and video. VLC is only changed. Under the games, nothing. Pen testing, here are all the changes. Here is the application. So the version is 11.30 as you can see. Algorithm. Let me close it. And announce version, let me show you that also. I forgot to show you that. Let it load. Here is like announce and the version. Here is the version 5.0.0 and bin 9. So we are going to go through all those things. So here it should be somewhere. So you just need to find the applications or find anything here, and you should be getting all those changes. So I'm not going to open everything because it's going to take a lot of time. So these are all the changes here, like a Flatpak, LibreOffice, Linux kernel, open. So you just need to like a search maybe. Let me try to search. So we don't have any search here. Let's try this type. Here is the menu. Let's search for the things. So you just need to search, just copy, and you just need to search for the applications like this, like a LibreOffice, OpenGDK, VirtualBox. You just need to copy and you just need to search for that. So there is no VirtualBox, I think. Let's try to find the VirtualBox. It should be like in the system tools. So there is no VirtualBox. So it's changed to version 7.0.2. So for the Raspberry Pi, the kernel is changed, and the Rocket, which is a new Parrot tool. So here is how it looks. And about the pre-installed applications, you should be getting all these applications. Let me first show you all those things. So these are all the pre-installed applications. So here are all the other things. So these are all the tools. So you can find everything in the system tools. Here is all the system tools, like a power statistics and all those things. Programming, here is all the programming, and the pen testing. Here is all the changes. Here are all the important tools. So you just need to find the tools by choosing the this application menu. So here are all the tools, important tools. So if you're a normal user, you can use the home edition. If you want to try anything new, you can try it here. So here are all the available tools. So I already showed you the kernel, which is like an end of life kernel. So that's the Rocket tool. Here is all the tools you get. Exploitation tools. So you get a lot of tools here for hacking and all those things. So I'm not going to show you everything because I don't want to, because sometimes YouTube going to demonetize these things. So that's the reason I'm not going to show anything here. I'm just going to show you the important or the whatever the tools available in this security edition. So you get a lot of tools here. So if you want to update to the latest version, there is also the command available. And if you don't know how to update, I already showed you in the beginning. So you just need to go to the official website and there will be all the information. Here is like a wireless testing. So every tools for the wireless, here is all the changes, and sniffing and spoofing. Here is all the available things, digital and forensic. So you get a bunch of tools here. You just need to go through all those things and you should find everything. So when you search it, you don't get anything. You just need to go to separate like a pen testing, and you should be getting all those things here. And here is like a reporting tools. So I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to open the tool and try to test it. So these are all the main changes. So I just showed you a few applications and also tools here. So these are all the changes, and this is the new tool, which is like a rocket new parrot tool, so which is available in the 6.2, and the applications runs on Parrot OS, but is also compatible with the other distribution and also can run on Windows and Mac OS. It only requires the installation of docker.io. You can just get the all the information, and if you want to try from the following link, you can click and unpack the zip and do anything here. So here are all those things. So if you want to try it, you can click on the link and it will take like a to the GitHub, and you should be getting the zip file here. So that's it. That is how you should get all the information. So I showed you the normal things because I don't want to demonetize my video. So that's the reason. I don't know why sometimes YouTube will demonetize when we show some tools. So that's the reason. In the previous video of my Parrot OS, when I showed all the important things, it demonetized my video. So that's the reason I don't want to show any tool. So I just want to be honest here. So that's the reason. So you should be getting the same changes here, and you can try it on your own if you are already a pro user. If you're a normal user, always go with the home edition. There will be some few changes, and you should be getting the same kernel version in the home edition also. So it's better to choose other things. So you get the Linux kernel of 6.10 there. And about the upgrade, here is the command you can upgrade. So right now I'm already using the 6.2, so you just need to type in like this and you should be getting the new upgrade. So if you're using like a 6.1 or 6, you should be getting that information. So I think that's the end of the video. So these are all the main changes of the 6.2. So I showed the basic applications like for a normal user, but the main things is like the rocket tool. So you should be getting after unpacking the zip, and you should be getting all those things here. So these are all the changes you get from the 6.2. So I think I'm going to end the video. So these are all the pre-installed applications. Other than that, there is nothing change in the wallpapers or anything like that. So let me show you that also, and I'm going to end the video. So there is no themes or anything changes in the those things. There are like a few tools, and the applications only changed, and the Linux kernel, which is 6.10 end of life. And for the Raspberry Pi, you should be getting the 6.6, which is the long-term version. So these are all the wallpapers, and about the themes, you get some basic themes. And here is the fonts, here is the interface. So I'll try to post another video if there is time. Usually I'll be posting 2 videos daily, but nowadays like almost like a 10-15 days, there is no content in the Linux market. So that's the reason there is no new Linux distros available. So that's the reason I'm just posting one video like almost like a 10 days. So usually I'll be posting like a 2 videos. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. So I already showed you the graphics, kernel, and other things like audio and everything. So I don't think there is anything left here to show. So I'm going to end the video. So about the CPU, so these are all the resources right now. So RAM is running like a 1.2 GB, and the CPU is pretty much here is like a high graph, but it was working properly without any issue. I already showed you the system requirements of the Parrot OS, so there is literally nothing left right now. And I'm going to end the video here. So thanks for watching. If anything is like a misspeaking happened in the beginning, so try to ignore that because I didn't properly sleep, so that's the reason. So thanks for watching. Peace out. So I'm just going to show you the logout screen and all the sessions and all those things, and I'm going to end the video. Let me show you that. So the user and the password is the same, which is parrot. Already showed in the beginning. So here is the available session. So you get the mat and the default X session, and here is the other things. So just some basic things, and the password is like a parrot. So I think that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.